Hi friends, good to see you. Sorry we haven't filmed a lot. We're busy, but we're trying. Cooler temperatures, we got a lot of projects going on. I think there's gonna be some day trips now that the temperature is cooler. We just got all kinds of plans and things, but we're doing great. Grandkids are great, kids are great. And we're excited about the new projects that are going on that are gonna save us water, gonna save us time, and it's gonna be stuff for us to have fun. And we're looking forward to a nice, simple, small fall garden. So, hey guys, look forward to the next video. We'll see y'all then. Any comments down below are welcome. God bless you guys. We'll see you later. You saying hello? Mr. Bones says hello. Okay. So we're just gonna redo the herb bed right over here along the fence. Hey, along the fence. Miss Rochelle's getting the soil ready. We're gonna plant snow peas. We've got golden and then the giant green. Soil looks pretty good. We just haven't been doing. We've been doing a lot of weeding. This is a total rebuild right here. We're getting rid of this. The wood is rotting, as you can see. So we're gonna go ahead and do a vegeta raised bed. We'll be ordering that. We have to redo the soil and all these. We're at a time, I think, where we have so much food in the pantry, which is good, that we're just kind of taking a rest. Maybe kind of taking a Sabbath. Not 100%, but it's time to rest this fall with the grandkids and everything going on. We've been having fun and busy. And of course, I've been back to work doing really well, having fun. I'm going to show you later on a new project that we're doing, like I mentioned in the first part, but we're really excited about it. So we're just going to get to work planting. The soil is so dry. It's like sand. So we're going to go ahead and work in, just lightly cultivate some black cow. We've used that before. I have some peat and some compost, and I think that's going to help. Got a really nice two-wheeled heavy-duty wheelbarrow from a friend that didn't want it. It really has helped around the yard. All right, so we got our grow table pots. Now, I will reuse this soil, okay? It is spent of nitrogen and minerals, but I'm going to go ahead and pile it in my wheelbarrow. There's a lot of perlite in there as well too, which is good for lightening the soil. So I'm going to get all that in. I'm going to use this for like annual potted plants. We've got chrysanthemums that we want to plant for the fall in the front, and I might even use it for herbs or to top dress some of the garden in the veggie garden. There are some remnants of roots and stuff in there. I'm not worried about it. But we're going to loosen this up. I'm going to pull out anything left, a little garlic. And then I'm going to go ahead and amend with black cow, bone meal, blood meal, and then maybe I'll water it in with seaweed and fish emulsion. But I hate to waste it. It's got all that perlite in there, so I'm going to reuse it. And just work it really good. I'll bring you in a little closer so you can kind of see. So just needs to be worked in, but it's got all that perlite in there. We don't want to waste that. It really lightens up the soil nice. What are you doing? You protect the garden? Luna. So I'm going to put some black cow. It's amazing compost. My knife down. We put a half a bag. We just have a brand of organic compost. It's going to have that thicker material that's shredded, like shredded trees. See that? Really nice. That will hold in the moisture. add nutrients. I can smell the hardwoods and the cedars in there, which is really nice. It'll keep the bugs out too, especially with that cedar. I'm gonna say right about there, and we'll mix. So as you can see, it's starting to look really nice. You can see everything's starting to mix, starting to get light and fluffy. All the clumps are going away. So you've got a little stick, maybe you have a little rock, maybe you have a leftover bulb of an onion. Don't worry about little things about that, guys. If you worry about all those details, you're not gonna have fun. And so what? Let's just say, I don't know, a magical onion comes up next season. Hey, enjoy it. Who knows what happens? A little bit of mystery in your gardening is kind of fun. And less stress. Remember, guys, we're gardening for more than just food. We're gardening for peace of mind, relaxation, and not only a healthy body, but a healthy spirit. Looks good. And we want to add some magnesium or minerals, so I'm just going to put a little bit of Epsom salt. Doesn't matter what kind of Epsom salt you get. I like this because it's kind of light and fluffy, so it does allow absorption. Kind of a powder. And depending on your soil, we'll decide on how much you add. Now, we've had our soil tested several times, so I know about how much to put in a wheelbarrow this size. And remember, you can always add later. So we're going to mix that in and then move on. Yeah, we haven't had rain in a long time, several weeks. And Texas is again in a drought, different levels of drought. So we're going to break that cycle soon. It usually happens around this time of the year. And it's obviously cooler. But again, this week it'll be back in the lower 90s. So we kind of complain this time of the year. But those of you that live in Texas or live in the deep south understand that. It's just, I can handle the heat. It's just the lack of the rain all the time. It really puts a damper on everything. But all right, so now we've got some really nice soil, as you can see. Again, it will be better as soon as we water everything in, and then we'll let it rest. We'll fluff it up again. All right, guys, so what we're doing right here is every year we tend to plant arugula to the side of the herb garden. It comes up every year. It's the rocket type, the really thin, really peppery, delicious. So I'm just going to section this off, and this is just going to be a permanent perennial arugula bed, just to keep it separate. And with arugula, it does really spread, and the foliage just comes out. And if you don't harvest it a lot, it will go into the other beds. So I'll tend to plant typically just in the center, so it has that room. And then as the perennial comes up in the spring, I'll go ahead and pull and harvest from the outside in. So right now I'm just going to amend the soil. We have plenty of limestones. We've also discussed too, Miss Rochelle and I, as we get older, we're going to continue to section off bits and pieces of these beds to where it's more perennial growing, less work. And then of course the raised metal beds. So that's what we're working on now. And Miss Rochelle is still weeding.
You do?
He wants you to stop and play with him. What do you want? Want me to stop weeding and play? You little devil, you. Well, with the good, there's the bad. So, you know what, the reality of having a garden is when, you know, stuff's not looking all that good, and you're tired, and you're working, and, you know, you can't keep up with things. Summer is so hot here that we just got tired. We didn't want to go out in 100 degrees, okay? I don't know who does. I mean, 100 at 10 a.m. So this is our back garden area. It is on the winter project list to do because it's going to be cooler. But I'm just gonna show you, honestly, this is what happened to our back area. Our potato raised bed is kind of in, I don't know, disarray. These are all the vines. Watch out, Bones. From the pumpkins, or sorry, not the pumpkins, the watermelons. The hugel culture garden is obviously overgrown. That's fine. We can fix that. The compost bin needs to be rebuilt. We're going to let this compost, once the rains come, it'll water all that in. And we're going to use this compost for actual landscaping out front under the trees and whatnot. The dry stand is fine, just got to restructure it. Now this tree right here is a hackberry. And it's on our side of the property. So we're gonna have to bite the bullet, spend probably $1,000 and have our tree guy come out. I'll put his link if you're locally. And we're gonna have to take that down. It's just a nuisance. Hackberries, if you ask anybody that knows about a hackberry, they offer shade, but they're just like big weeds. And they drop all kinds of slime and sap, and it's just a messy tree. So we're gonna get rid of it. And then we're gonna do some other trimming. And then there's some other exciting work that we're gonna be doing that we'll talk about at the end of the video. All right, you can see we reuse the soil from the potato, the 30-gallon potato, flexible pots. I restored them back over there so they don't blow away. You can use your soil, guys, just like I showed you with the wheelbarrow. And I went ahead and mixed in some black cow compost, the magnesium, the azomite, which has trace minerals, and the Epsom salt. Work all this in, water it in really well. And I think this year, since we have good depth, about 12 inches, we're gonna plant our carrots here. Give it a shot, rotate crops, and see how it goes. Also too, over here, let me bring you in, we have a lone survivor of this jalapeno. A lot of peppers here in the south in Texas can survive that hot summer if you keep them alive and you keep them watered. So what I did was, I just cut them back, and cut them in half, and they'll start to produce peppers again until we get a first freeze. But that's what we're doing here, folks. Now we're just gonna water everything in, guys. Take me about 15 minutes, let everything just kind of settle. And I think we're just gonna go ahead and start planting. Where we plant, who knows? All right, we've got some varieties of plants that we started from seed. Different cabbages. Chinese cabbage, of course not all of them took, which is fine. We've got a bunch of dinosaur kale, which is the kale that'll grow straighter, longer. We like to make kale chips out of those. Again, more of the dinosaur kale. And maybe some of these that are in here will come back once we get them in the ground. We've got red cabbage right here. Very nice. We got lots of collard greens. So we've got 2 6-packs of collard greens that we started. We're gonna have a lot of greens this winter. And we're gonna do a lot of canning. We're out of collard greens in the pantry and we want to can collard greens. They're so good. We did start some broccoli seeds in a couple of containers and we went ahead and restarted, reseeded. If it works, fine. If it doesn't, we might just go buy some broccoli plants. It's not that big of a deal. We do what we can. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue watering the soil in because it's been so dry. So we're just watering everything in. What are you doing, Bones? What are you doing? Oh, now he's not so, he's a little bit shy now. But we're just gonna water everything. I might plant today. I might just wait until a couple days from now and just do a couple of deep soaks. Forecast is hopefully some rain in the next week, but temperatures are gonna be lower. We'll be in the mid to upper 80s, which is better than 90s. Couple more things I want to show you, and then Miss Michelle, she's already done for the morning. We're going to be out doing some shopping, maybe going to the farmer's market. I want to show you some other cool stuff. All right, friends, so here's the big vision. It will come true though. So this is an area of the yard that we don't like to use because we don't make the grass pristine, we don't water it. It's a waste of water. And it's a waste of space for us and the grandkids to play, to maybe do something fun while we're swimming. So what the plan is, we've had a couple of companies come out, we've made a decision. We're gonna take this area and a couple others, and we're gonna turn it into turf. That's right, turf. So technology has changed. We've learned a lot, we've done a lot of research. Turf. It looks real. It's guaranteed for 15 years. And it's not like we're gonna be coming out here with, you know, golf cleats or playing football. It's just us, the grandkids, typically barefoot. It's okay with pets if they pee on it. You just rinse it down. The drainage is 4 or 5 layers of drainage. Grass does not grow through because of the material of the turf. The underlayment, I know I'm talking a lot about turf. I'm not doing a channel on turf, but I'm just excited. Rochelle is too, because we don't have to mow. And we can come out here with the grandkids and play games. Also too, this area over here, we're gonna put in a little putting area. We don't really play golf. Rochelle said maybe one day when we really retire and go to an all-inclusive resort, maybe we can go play golf. I don't know. I think we would just end up driving the golf cart off the edge. We're not going to do that, but it'll be fun for the grandkids, putt-putt. It's going to be installed probably in the next few weeks. I'll film some of that for you, but I think it's just going to be fun. The bottom of the turf is heat resist, so meaning it's white, and so it stays cool to the feet. So if it's 100 degrees out here, you can walk around barefoot. This area is going to be just nice and green. We're going to set up ladder ball, cornhole, bocce ball, all kind of fun things for the grandkids and us. And it's going to save a lot on water. This area right here, pretty much we don't do anything with. It was grass. It's like a waste of time to come out here with a weed eater and just have to weed eat this and water it to try to keep it pristine. We're going to have this turf as well too. The only thing we really use for this is to feed the hummingbirds. So sugar water, it's not going to hurt anything. Just hose it in. Again, good drainage. We're excited about that. All right, the garden is looking good. We've got everything nice and cleaned up. We're going to let this bed rest. Of course, we've got acorns. We're going to get our tree guy out and trim that, but we're just going to take it easy this fall. Do a bunch of greens, a bunch of carrots, radishes. The greens we're definitely going to can. Going to can with our homemade bacon. We'll put carrots in here. Miss Rochelle is working on, you know, the vines, the morning glories. And we're acclimating these now to the full sun. So it's looking pretty good. Rochelle's working on getting the old morning glories off the arch.